on both coasts. Really, you can see the radar here getting a little frisky with some rain and some snow showing up in the midsection of the country. And then this storm is what brought all the snow to the Pacific Northwest. Now diving into California, we've got two more down the pipeline. This, as parts of the Northwest dig out after what's becoming really an historic amount of snow this month.
This morning, that winter storm slamming the Northwest with heavy snow, ice, and wind. In Washington state, near whiteout conditions wreaking havoc for drivers. Up to 20 inches of snow falling in some places. The dangerous conditions causing accidents, this car flipping over, and this truck buried so deep in snow, the driver had to be rescued. Just north of Seattle, fierce high winds up to 60 miles per hour whipping through, bringing down trees and power lines. Meanwhile, Portland also getting hit. Nearly 5 inches of snow blanketing the eastern part of the city. The slick roads challenging for drivers, some being forced to get out and push. And take a look at this SUV stuck for 2 hours, pinned by a tanker that slid into it.
It was pretty squished.
The driver ending up on the roof before rescue crews could help him out. All this as more storms approach Northwest cities already covered in a rarely seen amount of snow.
So far in Seattle, they haven't seen this much snow in the month of February in 70 years. They only need another couple of inches really to break the all-time record, and I think that's going to happen. This is what came through the Northwest, now in through California, San Francisco, into the mountains of the Sierra, another couple of feet there, and then here are the next storms coming into the Pacific Northwest. Portland, at least the west side, mostly in the form of rain. Seattle, mostly in the form of snow, for this one coming in later on tonight, and then another one coming in tomorrow night, and then some of the lower elevations could see 5 to 8 inches more in Seattle. That is debilitating, and another 1 to 2 feet of snow expected in parts of the mountains. Now in Hawaii, we mentioned this storm yesterday. This is an unusually strong storm that's intensifying as it now swings rapidly towards the northern shores of Kauai and Oahu. We could see waves up to 40 to 60 feet. This is going to do some damage, property damage, on some of the northern shores there of Kauai and the north shore of Oahu, and we could see some wind across the entire island chain here. Significant storm for our 50th state. That is the latest weather-wise across the nation. Now time for your local forecast.
Good morning, folks. High temperatures today, a little warmer than yesterday and less windy, so it is going to be a more pleasant day overall. 21 for high in Bethel today, 30 in Windham, and 31 in Portland and in Kittery. Your planner featuring some clouds, but don't be fooled. These are mostly high, thin clouds through the afternoon, and especially for southernmost parts of the state, so not filtering out the sun entirely. This is as a storm moves by to our south. Our next storm holds off until Tuesday night into Wednesday.
Much more on the storms that are heading towards the East Coast. Will Boston finally dig out of its shameful snow deficit, Dan? We'll see.
I think there's no shame in Boston right now.
I know. I'm just teasing.
Winning streak.
It's a
sports-wise
city to be proud to be from.
It's cold. It's really cold. Do you need a sweater?
I could always use a good sweater this time of year.
Because we've got a sweater surprise for you coming up later in the show.
What about this one?
I know a little bit about this sweater. What we're going to do with the sweater, I'm not sure.
I can tell you one thing. It's going to be really embarrassing, and you'll want to stay tuned for it.
We'll get to that.
I like the way this is lined up.
I love it.
We'll take lots of videos of it, too.
Our senior meteorologist, Raul Marciano. Thank you very much.
Thanks for the
to make it more official. All right, now to the latest headlines of this morning involving